नमस्ते बेटिया, सदा खुश रहो। Myself, Dr. Hemant Vyas, MD Homeopathy, Associate Professor, Head of Department of Surgery, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today we are going to discuss about an important topic from orthopedics, and the topic is shoulder dislocation. So let's begin with the introduction. The shoulder joint is the most unstable large joint of our body. Here mobility is sacrificed at the expense of stability. Now what does this means? This means that as there was evolution of human race, there was need for mobility of the upper limb to perform various functions. So that's why the stability is sacrificed for mobility. Means the muscle and covering of this shoulder joint is reduced to make it more mobile, but this causes instability of the joint. So that's why this shoulder joint becomes more vulnerable to dislocations. So definition: glenohumeral instability is the inability to maintain the humeral head in the glenoid fossa. Reasons for instability: shallow glenoid, extraordinary range of movement, vulnerability to upper limb to injury, and underlying conditions like ligament laxity. Directions of instability: most common most common shoulder dislocation or type of shoulder dislocation is anterior dislocation. It is found in 97% of recurrent dislocations. Subcoracoid subcoracoid abdomen extension and external rotation, abduction, extension and external rotation, subglenoid, subclavicular and intrathoracic. Posterior dislocation is very rare and it results into 3% of cases, and it is seen in cases of seizures, shock, fall on flexed plus adducted arm. Subacromial, subglenoid and subspinous are the types, and third is inferior dislocation. This is very rare. Dislocation of the shoulder, it is mostly anterior 95% of cases, posterior in less than 5% of cases, and true inferior dislocation, that is luxatio erecta, it occurs in less than 1% of cases. Then habitual dislocation is non-traumatic dislocation. It may present as multidirectional dislocation due to generalized ligamentous laxity and is generally painless. Mechanism include usually indirect fall on abducted and extended shoulder. It may be direct when there is a blow on the shoulder from behind. Pathoanatomy of dislocation: stretching, tearing of capsule, avulsion of glenohumeral ligaments, usually of the glenoid, labral injury, that is called as Bankert lesion, impression fracture, that is called as Hill-Sachs lesion, and rotator cuff tear, that is called which result into axillary nerve injury. Clinical picture: there is pain. Patient holds injured limb with other hand close to trunk. The shoulder is abducted and the elbow is kept flexed. Clinical picture: loss of normal contour of shoulder. Here you can see नॉर्मल कंटूर ऑफ शोल्डर जो होता है वो यहाँ पे लॉस हो रहा है. Anterior bulge of head of humerus may be visible or palpable. Empty glenoid socket can be seen. Anterior shoulder dislocation is usually also inferior. Radiographs can show or confirm the diagnosis. Management include emergency care plus it should be reduced, the shoulder dislocation should be reduced within 24 hours or there will be avascular necrosis of head of humerus. Immobilize, strapped to the trunk for 3 to 4 weeks and rested in a collar and cuff. Then reduction can be close reduction or open reduction. There are different maneuvers which are used for close reduction, and these maneuvers are traction, counter traction method, Hippocrates method, Stimson's technique, and Kocher's technique. This is counter and traction, Hippocrates method, Simpson's technique, Kocher's technique. Complications of anterior shoulder dislocation. Early complications include axillary nerve injury, artery, axillary artery injury, ligament injury, and bone associated fractures like neck of humerus, greater or lesser tuberosity. Then heel sach lesion is the compression fracture of the head of humerus. Then Bankart lesion, axillary nerve injury. Bankart lesion is the avulsion of labrum. A Bankart lesion occurs in the lower part of the labrum. Here you can see Bankart lesion. This is bony Bankart lesion. Heel sach lesion, in which there is compression fracture of head of humerus. Complications of anterior shoulder dislocation. Late complications include avascular necrosis of the head of humerus because it has high risk with delayed reduction. Heterotropic calcification used to be called as myositis ossificans, and recurrent dislocations. Posterior dislocation, that is 5 to 10% of shoulder dislocation. Shoulder is in adducted flexion and internal rotation. Mechanisms: indirect and direct. Posterior dislocation, it may require close reduction. Operative treatment include failed close. If the close reduction fails, then we have to go for operative treatment. Displaced fracture, recurrence, and large defects. Complications include injury to axillary nerve and nerve to intraspinatus, vascular fracture, and recurrence injuries. Inferior dislocation, that is luxatio erecta. The mechanism is hyperabduction force. Operative procedure include buttonholing. Complications: vascular, neurological, ligament and fractures. Evaluation of recurrent or traumatic instability. That's it from the today's presentation. This session is powered by digital version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with this digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will try to resolve it. Thank you very much.